Lagos called him a billionaire until one night of discovery, and what was discovered shook the whole of Lagos. Let me tell you what happened. The black convoy stopped in front of the glass building at Victoria Island. 4 bodyguards stepped out first, then the man everyone in Lagos was talking about finally appeared. His white suit shined under the afternoon sun, and people rushed to take pictures. "That's Daniel Cole," someone whispered. "The billionaire." Inside the building, investors waited nervously for him. Daniel walked slowly, smiling like a man who feared nothing. Behind him were assistants carrying expensive phones and laptops. Champagne filled the tables. Giant screens displayed pictures of private jets, oil rigs, and luxury homes in Dubai. Daniel looked every inch like a king. But across the street, inside a small buka, an old woman stared at the television showing Daniel's interview. Her hand trembled. "That man is not who he says he is," she whispered. Nobody listened to her. Earlier, Daniel was just an ordinary young man living in Mushin. He shared one tiny room with 2 friends and survived by selling phone accessories in traffic. Every day, he watched rich men drive past him in big cars while people respected them instantly. Daniel noticed something important about Lagos. People respected appearance more than truth. If you looked rich, people listened. If you dressed well, doors opened. If you arrived with sirens and bodyguards, nobody questioned you. That idea stayed in his mind for years. One evening, while sitting at a roadside bar, Daniel told his friend Michael,
"People don't care if you are truly rich. They only care if they believe you are."
Michael laughed at first, but Daniel wasn't joking. That was the night the dangerous idea was born. Daniel started small. He rented a flashy car for one weekend and drove around Lekki pretending to be a businessman. Suddenly, people treated him differently. Hotel managers greeted him warmly, club owners offered him free drinks, women wanted 2 pictures with him. Soon, he rented a tiny office space and filled it with borrowed furniture. He hired young men to pretend they were his staff. He even paid actors to act like foreign investors during meetings. Everything was fake, but nobody knew. Then, social media did the rest. Pictures of Daniel stepping out of luxury cars flooded Instagram. Blogs called him the young oil billionaire. Podcasts invited him for interviews. The more people talked about him, the more real he became. The first investor was a businessman named Richard Brown. He met Daniel at a luxury restaurant in Ikoyi. Daniel spoke confidently about oil contracts, real estate projects, and international deals. Richard was impressed immediately. Daniel showed him fake documents, edited bank alerts, and photoshopped contracts worth millions of dollars. He even arranged a fake phone call with a Dubai partner. Richard believed every word because Daniel looked successful already. Within 2 weeks, Richard invested 50 million naira into Daniel's company. Others quickly followed. Pastors, politicians, business owners, even celebrities wanted to invest with Daniel. Everyone wanted to be connected to Lagos's newest billionaire. Daniel moved into a rented mansion in Banana Island. Every weekend, he hosted massive parties with musicians, influencers, and politicians. Champagne flowed endlessly. Dancers filled the mansion. Expensive cars lined the streets outside. People admired him everywhere he went. Poor boys in Lagos saw him as motivation. Young women dreamt of marrying him. Businessmen begged for partnerships. Daniel enjoyed the attention so much that he began believing his own lies. But secretly, pressure was growing. The rent for the mansion was unpaid. The luxury cars belonged to rental companies. Even the bodyguards were struggling actors from Surulere. Daniel kept borrowing money to maintain the illusion, praying nobody would discover the truth. Welcome to Timeless Echoes by Faith, where we bring you beautiful stories that touches the heart with lessons to learn. If you're enjoying this story, please like the video and also subscribe to our channel if you're yet. Let's continue. A young journalist named Sarah Williams became suspicious after attending one of Daniel's parties. Something felt strange. Despite all the luxury around him, Daniel avoided detailed questions about his businesses. Sarah started investigating quietly. She searched company records and discovered that Daniel's companies barely existed. The office address led to a rented workspace shared by many businesses. The oil contracts could not be found anywhere. One night, Sarah followed Daniel secretly after an event in Eco Hotel. Instead of driving home in the Rolls-Royce, Daniel stopped behind a dark street and returned the car to a rental company worker. Sarah's heart raced. "This man is a fraud," she whispered. Meanwhile, investors began demanding returns on their money. Daniel kept giving excuses. The government delayed the contract. The bank is processing funds. International partners are traveling. His lies became bigger every day. Richard Brown became angry after months without profit. He sent men to Daniel's office only to discover the office had suddenly closed down. Phones stopped connecting. Staff disappeared overnight. Panic spread among investors. WhatsApp groups exploded with fear and accusations. Some lost their life savings. Others borrowed money to invest with Daniel. Families started fighting. The fake empire was beginning to collapse. Sarah finally released her investigation online. The video was titled "The Fake Billionaire Who Fooled Lagos." Within hours, it went viral across Nigeria. Millions watched the shocking evidence against Daniel. The video exposed everything: the rented mansion, the fake staff, the borrowed cars, even the paid bodyguards. Sarah included hidden camera footage and interviews with rental companies. Lagos exploded with outrage. Daniel watched the video alone inside a hotel room. Sweat covered his face as his phone rang non-stop. Investors threatened him, bloggers mocked him, police officers were already searching for him. For the first time, Daniel looked afraid. By morning, Daniel had disappeared. Rumors spread everywhere. Some said he escaped to Ghana, others claimed he hid in Abuja. Police raided hotels and apartments across Lagos searching for him. 3 days later, officers finally found Daniel hiding inside a cheap apartment in Ajegunle. Gone were the white suits and luxury watches. He wore a faded t-shirt and looked exhausted. Neighbors watched in shock as police dragged the billionaire downstairs. Outside, reporters pushed microphones towards him. "Why did you scam people?" one shouted. Daniel looked around silently before finally speaking. "Lagos only respected me when they thought I was rich." The court case shocked the entire country. Investors cried openly as they described losing everything. One man lost money meant for his daughter's school fees. Another sold family land because he trusted Daniel. During the trial, Daniel admitted the painful truth. He was never rich. He simply understood what people wanted to see: luxury, confidence, power. In Lagos, a parent opened doors faster than honesty and a debit.
Years later, people still talked about Daniel Cole. Some called him a genius, others called him a criminal. But everyone agreed on one thing: the biggest lie was not the fake money, the rented cars, or the false office. The biggest lie was how easily people believed a beautiful illusion.
Stop living fake lifestyles for whatever reason. It doesn't pay. If you learned something from this story, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel if you are yet, for more amazing stories. Thank you for watching.